Hi, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to design your skirts with ruffles. Okay, but this dress in particular, it is a dress, but I'll be showing you how to fix it. So being a dress, I'm going to start all my measurements from the waistline. My waistline is 17 and a half. So I'll be starting my measurement, my skirt measurement from that 17.5. Okay, so now I measure the actual length. Then from my waistline, I measure the hip line. You know, this is a dress, so the hip line is longer than a normal skirt hip line. So that is going to be my hip line. Then just extending the line. So on this waistline, I'm going to measure a quarter of my waistline, add 1 inch for that, then 2 inches for seam allowance. On the hip line, I'll measure a quarter of my hip round plus 2 inches for seam allowance. You know, there's not going to be a dart allowance on the hip line. It's only on the waistline. Okay, so this is it. Then whatever, starting from the waistline again, I need to measure you measure the length and also the knee length. So this is the gown knee length. Okay, so whatever I measure for the actual knee length, I came up by 3 inches, so that the slit is going to be somewhere above the knee. This is for the slit and also for fittings. So being the front is for fittings, so this is the measurement for above my knee. Okay, so whatever I have on the hip line, I'm going to bring it down to the knee line. Okay, so mark it. So I'll just do that with dotted lines. So from there now, I came in by 1.5 inch. So this 1.5 inch is for fitting, so that it will come out like a pencil. Yes, a pencil dress or skirt. So, and also the same thing here on the knee line, I'll take it down to the full length. Please just watch the video carefully. I'll take it to the full length and connect it this way. So when you make your skirt or dress this way, it come out well fitted. So this is it for the front. Then I'm going to mark my dart placement. Your nipple to nipple distance divided by 2. Mark it, then mark 1/2 inch on both sides. Then the length of the dart also, you know, is a dress, so it has to be long. I make it about 6 inches or thereabouts. So you mark it also and draw your dart. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the back. We are done with the front. So please just watch the video carefully. So I mark some inches first, about 2 inches. So I'll be using that for slit later. So now I mark 1 inch for zipper allowance. This 1 inch is for zipper allowance. Then I'll measure my hip line. Remember, it's 12, and I said it's a bit long because it's a dress. It's not the normal skirt hip line. Then I'll also measure the knee length also. So the same thing I use for the front. So just transfer it to the back too. Okay, so this is it. We'll now go on and fixing the measurements, the body measurements. On the waistline, you fix in a quarter of your waist round plus 1 inch and 2 inches for seam allowance. And on the hip line, you're going to fix in a quarter of your hip round plus 2 inches for seam allowance also. Then I'll connect it this way. Okay, so now whatever we have on the hip line, you also bring it to the knee length. Mark it this way. Okay, so now on the hip line, from the center back, I went in by 1 inch, and also from the side going by 1 inch. So you now roll the slanted line this way, so that the fittings will not only be at the side, it will also be at the back also. so that below your bum there will be that fittings that will come down. So whatever we have here on the knee line, we are bringing it to the full length. The same measurement, bring it down to the full length. So I have to do the dotted one first just as a guide. Then you will now mark the 1 inch also. Okay. Then you blend any sharp end. So I'm going to place my dart also and just do it accordingly. Your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. That's what we use for the dart placement. Then you mark ½ inch on both sides. So now we need to do some shaping for the back. So at the center back on the waistline, you go in by 3/4 inch and blend it to the hip line. You can see the red mark. So this will give you a good fitting at the back. So from the red line now, I need to now measure 1 inch outward for my zipper allowance. So you need to readjust your zipper allowance since you've worked on the dress, on the skirt. So you now reshape your zipper allowance down to the full length. Okay, so I hope you understand that part. So the red line, the fittings at the center back is just to give your bum more shape. Okay, then from the knee length now, I came out by some inches, by 2 inches for my overlap slits. I always want my slits to be overlap. Okay, so you do it that way. So it's the allowance that came out now that is going to overlap on the slit part. Okay, so that is it for the pattern drafting. We'll go on and cut it out now. So watch the way I cut the slit area and the zipper, so you can see the shape of the back. It's not just the normal straight center back. So this is what I have for the front and back. So let's cut the fabric. Okay, so this is it. I've cut out the fabric using the pattern, the lining also. So I have to reduce the length of the lining by 2 inches so that it won't be the same length with the actual fabric. I love to do it that way. Then I'll chalk all the wrong side so that I'll be sure of which part of the fabric I'm working with at a time. So I'll put the lining and the fabric together and do the darts, sew the darts at the same time. But we have to secure it with pin so that the lining or the fabric will not move out of portion. Okay, so this is it. I already stitched the darts to the way it is. Okay, so I need to now flip it right side to right side so that I can stitch the hem. I'll stitch it by ½ inch. So I need to stitch the center back also. So I have to find a way to turn it to have right side to right side. Make sure it aligns properly. So stitch on about a 1/4 inch. Okay, so turn it back. Okay, so can give it a good press. Bring out all the corners. So I have to notch some parts like that slit area. You have to notch it because it's curved. So when you notch it, it's come out properly. So we'll do the same thing for the second skirt, the second back. Okay, so the second one too is ready and it's been ironed. So see the way it is. So we have to find a way, we need to join it so that we can attach the front pattern. So place them properly, let them be well aligned. So you mark your zipper area. So since this is a dress, so I brought out the upper part, measure where the zipper will stop. Then the remaining part, I'll bring it on the skirt area, just like this. So with this, you'll be sure of where your zipper will stop. So I mark whatever I have left from my zipper allowance and stitch it down. Then the zipper area itself, I'm going to secure with pin. So here I've already placed the front parts on it. So now fixing the body measurements. You measure, I'm on the hip now, you measure, you put it there. Whatever you have left, divide it into two. Okay. You do the same thing for the waistline and the hip line. So also you mark the area where you want your ruffles to stand, how you want the ruffles to be positioned. So you mark it. Then that means that part where the ruffles will be open, and you stitch the other side. Just watch it carefully. But if you are doing or just skirts without ruffles, that means you're just going to go on and finish up your skirt. Join the both side. Okay, so these ruffles I'll be working with. This about a yard and some inches of organdy. So I have 1 yard and yes. So it's not even up to 1.5 of organdy. So I'm going to cut it into pieces. So I'll fold it into four. To cut it into about 4 pieces. So I already cut it out. So I'm going to join it. M one side or you can do overlocking. Okay, so this is what I have here. Then I'll gather it. And this is how it's going to be. So this is the skirt with one side open. So you're going to mark out how the design is going to go. So it's going to go somehow like that on the skirt. I want it to come across the front from somewhere above my hip down to the hemming of the skirt. Something like this. So I went up, I did some measurements there. Then the same thing you mark in the front, you mark the same way at the back too. So this is the gathered organdy. You can use any material. You can even use the same fabric you use for the skirts. So you gather it enough that to go round. Then I place it this way. I place it right side to right side so that when I'm done, it will fall on the sewing. So when I was done with that, I tried it on. I was not comfortable. I didn't really like the way it falls. So I wanted to come up more. So I went again and redraw the shape or the pattern. Because the first one was somehow down and I wanted to come up more. Okay, so this is the outcome. This is how it looks. I hope you find it helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay? Also, feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.